Death Valley, Clemson Memorial Stadium. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Death Valley, the tradition is real. You touch the rock, you run down the hill, and it is a beautiful venue. Clemson has become one of the most difficult places to play in the ACC, if not college football. These fans are electric and dynamic. Call it Death Valley for a reason. This is where teams' dreams come to die. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. On the move from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Dropping back, it's Sperry. Left side, it's Robinson. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown them 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
And the Noles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He's going to throw it again. Setting up the screen. They don't fall for the screen. Great job retracing and stopping him at the line of scrimmage.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
They'll need 3 yards here on 3rd down to keep this opening drive alive. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Just keeps swinging it. Out of the backfield, he's open. Base to grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
And frankly, that's a completion. It's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Working the ground game. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Sperry. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls in.
And the Seminoles will line up to punt it away. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Drops back on 1st down. Rush right in his face. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Running inside. It's Johnson. Swamped immediately.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in it.
And that's a live ball behind the line. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Handoff from the gun. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Sperry. Fires downfield. And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And that is no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Quick give. It's Johnson. Pick up of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Caught over the middle. It's Wesco. On the move at the 30. He's loose down the left side. All the way. Touchdown, Tigers. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Thought he might have had a little room for a second, but he'll be stopped at the 28, and a pretty good job by the coverage unit. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. RPO complete. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Oh, maybe a double pass. Look out. Nearly intercepted.
Well, great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
You know they'd love to convert this 3rd down after missing a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll try the right side. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Noles line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Could not make his way to the corner.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Caught, it's Moore. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Back to throw, it's Sperry. It's complete to the right.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The corners are walked up tight. Give to the single back. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
That's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Keeps it himself. The pitch. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option. The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. Looking for room. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
2nd and long here. The run inside. It's Haynes. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Quarterback changing the play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it's 4th down.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has 1 interception. That was almost a 2nd. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
Catches it at the 15. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on first down. It's 2nd and 2. Out wide left, it's Riles. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Breaks the tackle. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Man, this tight end, he is like a receiver once he has the ball, isn't he? He's so elusive, he can make people miss. He's got some wiggle, and he's got some speed. This defense, they have their hands full trying to bring this guy down.
Hands it off. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. Drops back. It's Sperry. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football.
It's a fake he wants to throw. And he's got it. Got to get to the sticks. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And that is such a great job by the head coach deciding to go for it there on the fake punt. And that's one of those fake punts that they've probably had in their playbook now for several weeks, but you got to have the perfect look defensively to run it. The up man gets the snap, a nice accurate throw, picking up the first down and keep this drive alive.
And finally, we see a little bit of that which we talked about coming into this football game. Like, we highlighted him. He's a really good football player. They're going to feature him. He's going to make big plays. Today, the defense has absolutely shut him down. His longest carry of the day. They're going to need more of that from this offense.
Using his feet across the 25. Breaks into the open. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And they'll try to tack on two. Looking downfield, it's Berry. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw one first. Makes the grab down the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. Clemson is quick to the line.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Press center downs going to the air. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Changing the routes with his receivers. Back to pass on second down. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Brown. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Trying to establish the run. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
To the air. It's Sperry. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Trying to get the corner. Now the pitch. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a fourth down. Clemson calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Seminoles will punt this one away. He may keep that punt rush honest after completing a pass earlier. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the officials spot it. Great place to start for this offense. The snap wants to throw to start this drive. And he almost had a pick.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost can't. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Long way to go on second down. back to throw, time running short in the half. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
And this QB's got to find his rhythm. Like, he's out of sorts right now. He's out of sync. The ball's not coming out on time. The ball's not in rhythm. The receivers and quarterbacks and tight ends have got to get on the same page, man. This offense has got to get something going positive because they've just been struggling through the air.
And, guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that's a teach tape on 3rd down right there. That's a great job by the defense. Being back, understanding it's 3rd down. If they're going to throw it short, man, I'm going to break on the football, go down, be very physical. You want to throw a slant, man, you make sure that they feel you. That's a great job by this defense, being physical, making sure he doesn't secure that catch.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. To the air, it's Berry. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wide receiver going in motion. Right side, it's Boggs. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. FSU calling it 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. On the move, across the 45. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Fresh set of downs going up top. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
That is just great total defense on that play. First off, you get pressure, you get to hit the quarterback, but 2, you've got the intended target double covered. There was no way the offense was coming up with a completion on that play.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Berry. Time to take a shot. Intercepted to stop the threat.
You know, the best free safeties I ever played against were the ones that just have a sixth sense. It's like they know where the ball is going, and they can just bait the quarterback into trying to make throws that they never have a chance at making. That's what that guy did right there. He baited the QB into a bad decision and made him pay.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Fresh center downs going to the air. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Drops back on first down. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. Intercepted, a first half turnover receiver can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin our whip around with Florida, taking on the number 9 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Gators, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. This ball club now stands at 6 wins. They've ensured themselves at the very least of a 500 regular season.
The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger. We might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. It's so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Not a lot of room to field this one. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
And the Noles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Leaves it with the back. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off. And it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Oh, this is a bad, bad shame. They were hoping for a little more, but been worse as the punt goes out of bounds, and they'll put it in play around the 45-yard line. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. Clemson jumps to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
They pull him down, but he's got enough. It'll be a first down for this offense. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Fresh set of downs going up top. Tosses it incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
2nd and long here. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. The 30, the 20, the 10, touchdown Seminoles. How about this defense taking one back to the house? They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Coming out with it, it's Brown. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
On play action. And the sack all the way back at the 5. They got the sack, but there is a man down on the play. That is their junior quarterback down on the field, a guy they can ill afford to lose. Holly will update his condition soon. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Picked off. What a play to set him up. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Turning it off. Headed to the end zone. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Well, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sideline's going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a nonprofit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
They'll put it in play. Got the big tight end on the corner route. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
And, man, I want to see more of that. Like, I want to see more of this offense being aggressive, taking shots on early downs. It doesn't have to be run, pass. Like, being a little bit more diverse. They've struggled today to find big plays. That's a big one there.
Clemson is quick to the line.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making...
And it's his fourth interception of the game. Got room on the return. After making the interception, he sets up his offense by running it back to the 39.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Well, the offense goes toss play, but guys, they do it running into the boundary where there's just not a lot of space and room to work for the running back. He had nowhere to go, and he got tackled for a loss.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Grabbed in the middle, it's Riles. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on 3rd down. He wants to throw it. A lot of defenders around on that screen. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
The Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. They boot it away. He makes a fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. First play of this drive. Fires to the wideout. Lucky to get it off.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Leaves it in his belly. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Touchdown, Knowles! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Break football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Fresh set of downs going up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll go to the air. Rush is on. And it's a sack.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
What a heads-up play by the defensive end that time. He saw the ball thrown out to the right-hand side, and he just stopped his pass rush.
Oh, it's a fumble. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Kick returners usually have to have that home run ability, the ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. So a tough skill because you've got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes you get a big hit and ball security becomes an issue.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Snap on first down, wants to throw. They find Wesco open on the right. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. And they take it in for 6 more points.
We're in the second half of this game. You're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. If they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. What a mess. A delay of game on the 2-point conversion attempt. That just can't happen. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. Splits the uprights. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Grabbed behind the line, it's Riles. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The give to the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. He gets it into enemy territory, but not quite enough for the first down. It'll be fourth down. And the Seminoles will call on their punt team. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Let's see if this rally can continue. A touchdown followed by the stop, and now they've got the ball back. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. In traffic, it's Johnson. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. The Tigers headed quickly to the line. Quickly to the tight end. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it first and 10 at the 31. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
The Tigers are flying down the field. Wants to keep it in the air. Throws for the tight end. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Second down, going to throw it. Escapes the pressure to his right. Trying to make magic with his feet. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
And this offense has got to keep pumping it out. Nice job. You get the first down. Nice scramble by this QB, but you're going to put the ball in his hands over and over and over again. You got to score multiple times. This offense has got to be in hyperspeed.
Got a man in the middle. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. Wants to throw one first. Fires into the end zone. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Return takes it down to the 27-yard line as this defense is hungry for turnover.